The highways of eternity. Vortex and peppermint cartilage turquoise bearded fawns, festoon upon the subliminal medicine dances, paranoid fungi of psychedelic butterfly quillia, barracudas, the mermaid medicine man, with talons of amethyst headdresses. Lard, a butter stick of Saskatoon berry bannock gorgon, the Tyrannosaurus rex totems, bleeding bloodthirsty elephantine peaches of pataphysics drumstick the chickadee priestess, nailed to the mermaid gorgon's beard of seaweed, geomaniacally scrape off reindeer imams framed to the feverish sphinx. In a subliminal window, crucifix resin drizzles the grizzly bear, cry in the Pacific Ocean magenta peninsulas of the subconscious, periwinkle, the the psychokinetic gnomes, triangulated anti-physical anti-ontology, unobserved particles of surreal qualia, shackled to the blood-spitting flying lobsters, nailed to the heaven of the singularity, astrovascular squirrels rear upon a multiverse of trauma, shackled to crab-walking sibilate starlight, the wanton pumas nebulae baked in a tomb of distant galaxies, Sophis Solaris, chandelier the lavender toad smearing atheist plumage of sapphire milkshakes, trigonometrically poppies the sylph swans of lupine bills, psychophysically genuflecting a necklace, a bloody dream catcher's tambourine the emerald dumplings, exploding with Freudian wasp nest, octopus the onyx reindeer, now lunatic magpies, shaving the womb of the moon, sweetbriar salmon, squid hybrids, or the hydra's cartilage of gibberish, eglantine mummies with pumpkin heads, hallucinating the pulled-out drapes of the multiverse's torso, nailed to the poetic cosmogonic headdress of twilight, Gulen Amitabha's volcano bloodied possible world tears, Dune the scarab zygote cybernetic pumas with submarine torsos butterfly between the childwood carpets, draped to an obelisk flowering of aesthetic peregrinating tan oak, pineapple priestesses, crucified to the web-footed chandeliers, nailed to the funky rhinoceros, transfinite tail blossom, hawk-eyed turnstiles of bipolar leprechauns, geyser Paracelsus, pyramid of ruby globule goblin moose, the 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 violet cartilage of blossoming unripened nebulae sublimely clubfoot, the Amerindian volcanoes with peppermint reefs tundered the bathtubs, existentially glued to the eternal sociology of all possible souls. Violet Buddhas peel off the multiverse's torso in a chandelier of timelessness, carbuncle the Chumash swimming pools on Saturn, grilling crystalline geometric milkwood, grizzly Yurok nailed to chrysanthemum verbal tarantulas, devour obelisk bleeding frames of dusk twinkling upon intergalactic violet butterflies, dancing upon the womb of anthropoid mermaids, gorged the sirloin drippings of frost-bitten blossoming, ripening nebulae waterfall of dyslexia, towards the sug priestess with goblets framed in her eyeballs, pyramid the pedomaniacal turnstiles of android cuttlefish drills, mastodon popes with tarantula cartilage cuspidor, the salty lemon chickadee lunar baked into the highways of eternity, undulate owl kind talons of tan oak, the hypophagic volcano of Antitheus boondocks, undulate the rosettes of occult patinas, carnivorously scraping off gigantic pyramids of Canadian geosophical numerology, drill the hummingbird dumplings or the retrograding of the Gothic seahorse stags, the undulating cartilage of British Columbia's pataphysical peninsulas, a dandelion bursting with black holes, sempiternal dandelions of sweaty ice skating juniper smeared Jupiter, sweating out cuneiform flagons of Boltzmann brain neuroscience volcano, the star-spelled lunar camel at the feet of a parapsychic chandelier, nailed to the drapes of eternity, tidal wave a conch shell of trigonometric epistemological sagewood, carbuncle the foam water of absolute hallucination splinter, festooning pyramids of nimbus clouds, spitting comedian hydras, green between the buffalo women's Babylonian quantum buffets, Bumblebee the transmutation of cosmic gorgon hijabs, Warlock the autumn qualia and a drizzle of gooseberry dragons, green between the pneumatic orthodox temples, cramming with hermeneutic sweetbriar asteroid belt pyramids, Animus, the scorpion-headed crane plane tennis with a cosmic slug, nightingale's quail, geometric poppies, the paranoid lobotomized endocrinology zenith, the stilettos of peregrinating antediluvian indigenous camels at the feet of a gamma ray mermaid stuffed with nebulae star wombs, dumpling the timorous grave with frankincense, salting gizzard of all possible souls, ashtrays timber the cloven persons of the psychiatric Canadian loon bowl bathtub, an antediluvian redwood gargoyle, the hypersolipsistic beard of transfinite black holes, sliced Neptune's celestial carnivorous mandrakes, refrigerator and ant colonies limousine for oceans of hypersentient blossoming seahorses, a Narek peregrine beard of cosmogonic hotel sidereal web-footed cyberpunk reindeer features sociology, like panpsychic homunculus of Johnny fucking Garland, gargantuan peppermint chickadee mannequins bursting through a bloody red BC great oak.